You will be surprised to notice today that our current last place seed will be present and gunning for semi-final contention. Hello everybody, it is WeRaceDiecast, and before you is the dawn of round 2 of event 2 of the 4-car mega jump here in season 1 of the next gen Piston Cup. Get out your homegrown hubcaps and leaky Sharpies as we head down to the track to meet today's racers and maybe get some autographs. Better form a line though, I'm going first, and remember round 1 began with 32 racers and that's been narrowed to McQueen. Wait, I mean 16. 16 racers are revved up on Zins and caffeine for round 2. Did you want a picture with the star racer? It's free, but there's a catch. Drive it in reverse down to that subscribe button and collide with it. No cost to you, and it helps us attract the talent we need. Group 1 is out on the gray carpet, posing for the paparazzi. George New Win is up first, looking hot and hopefully staying hot on the track today. There's our biggest loser, Michael the Chopper Rotor, time to propel out of last place. Next is our McQueen antihero with only 3 unsatisfied points to his name. And we end with a nice set of gritted teeth on Danny Swervez, currently in 7th. All 4 of them snatched and ready in the blocks for race 1. Down they will go to the mega jump. They fly in sync over the gap. Clean landing except for Danny, who almost erupts off the track. Good block there by the Chopos, unfazed by George's attractive figure. I mean, inside line speed, fast into the hairpin. Even the camera here is going to lose track of Michael. But look at this, Danny Swervez at the last second nose block the grab, 2nd place, and our bumblebee-looking friend will settle for 3rd. And I'll tell you what, this may not seem like a big deal right now, this battle for 2nd, but every point counts. Who knows if this will be the difference between Danny dancing to the semifinals or swerving to pick up groceries for his wife on his way home tonight. This group has been exhilarating so far. Diving into race 2, down to the jump again, and I see some wheels off the track. Remember folks, keep your spoilers and rims inside the railings at all times. Michael is hanging one off the track again, and by one, I mean one rubber wheel. He's now turned in reverse and zigzagging, but not fast enough to take the lead from Danny Swervez. Wow. A look at the replay reminds us of the plethora of wheel-hanging action in this race, but it seems like a win of any sort will remain a new concept for George New Win so far today. The back half of Group 1 coming up shortly. Scoreboard shifts around a little with Danny and Michael both tied with 8. On to race 3 as the pressure continues to mount. Down they go. Mega airtime in this jump and some jostling for position as Jackson Storm will get his first look at the lead. Oh, and lightning strikes as he snaps Danny Swervez against the wall and sending him to the back. But even then he breaks away from George. Meanwhile, Jackson blocks the chopper expertly and takes the left lane all the way down to victory. 3 races, 3 different winners. Eyes will be on George New Win to see if he can come up with something here. Let's get another peek at this replay, shall we? And see what really happened to Swervez. Seems like he was sandwiched into the inner railing, turned over, then popped out to the outside. Incredible. Jackson's chances are reinvigorated and the candle is still barely burning for George. Though that wick is looking quite bare, he needs a Danny DNF and a win to save him. The starting positions are switched again for race 4, and now Jackson and George sit at the vanguard. Down they go, and I'm willing that George might pull a rabbit out of his hat, and here by that I mean a win out of his trunk. But he's already slipped down to 3rd through the first turn. Here comes Jackson Storm, and there goes Jackson Storm, pinwheeling and propagating his momentum well away from the boundaries of the track. That will give George one last flickering flame of hope, but that candle is quickly hid under a basket as Danny Swervez and Michael the Chopper Rotor both cross and clinch 1 and 2 spots in this group. Time to rehash the twirling tragedy of Jackson Storm. I can't even count how many spins he endured. What do you guys think? Comment below. Over under 3 spins. Ooh, it's hard to say. Once again, after a calamitous Group 1, both Danny Swervez and Michael Rotor will be moving on to the semifinals. Don't go anywhere fast. Group 2 is coming up. Group 2 is on the scene lightning fast with McQueen ready to rumble. Qualified first for this event. H.J. Hollis next up with a very refreshing paint job. Kind of makes me want a Nitro Pepsi. Barry DePedal is 3rd in line and giving a, did you really just ask for a Nitro Pepsi kind of glare? Fair enough. Last there's Cam Spinner, who's definitely about to spin on his ops today. Let's get on to race 1. Here it is at the top. McQueen starting out front. This race will really set the tone for for the rest of the event. A relatively clean landing there, and the squad will form up into single file. Small hiccup from Barry, but otherwise a clean race from the Queen, showing off many lengths ahead. Look how far he is from the pack. He runs off camera, and look at this contact with Barry and Hollis, but it will end as it stands. It's a hard one to read this early on, I will say. I did notice Cam Spinner did not have the speed I expected in race 1 and did let himself get nudged about pretty freely. I'm calling sleeper build. He's going to be on go in these next races. Race 2 is going to be up for grabs. Here's Cam in the front on the left. Down they go to that mega jump. Nose down first for Cam Spinner, and the rest of the pack will take a 5-yard penalty as the Spinner breaks away. Next jump is even better. He is on go right now. He is applying major pressure, swerving and serving, riding these ops, and it will be a facile win for Cam Spinner in race 2. Overall scores are going to keep close here. As McQueen pulls up in last, we will have 2 ties on the board right now. Wow, this one is so close. And only 2 races left to decide the advancing automobiles. Man, I could really go for that Nitro Pepsi now, too. Cam Spinner now takes up the close shot here for race 3. Will he start strong a second time? Maybe not. Back wheels hanging off, but he writes himself directly into McQueen's line. Nose block will snag him seconds, but is buried to pedal with the fast brake this time. Here's the second jump, and it's a hit and run, or that's what it looked like. Cam and his goon slammed onto pedal, and he will barely scrape by in third, it looks like. And Hollis, even worse, is in last. Look at the scoreboard. His numbers read 3-2-1. Maybe that's a sign that the 4th race will be go. Still a chance for any car to put their grubby tailpipe on one of the top 2 spots. 4th race on the way here, and this will be for all the marbles. Well, should I say that? I don't mean across the streams of the toy racing world. Could be dangerous. Speaking of dangerous, McQueen is back in the front here and ready to rumble. Keep your eyes on Holly Jolly Hollis, though. I sense some turbo incoming. First jump is a disaster as McQueen has slanted onto a full roadblock. No car gets by. He finally straightens out, and who but Hollis is in second. The gap closes as McQueen and Hollis. It's like the Cars Piston Cup all over again. The cars streak off camera. It's McQueen with the win, but we'll need to see those point totals to establish reality. There you have it. It's McQueen and Cam Spinner to advance. A final look at the replay. What a smart move by McQueen, taking the form of temporary traffic control device to keep the others behind until he could straighten out. And he comes away with the win barely. And he's on the way to the semifinals once again. Last time, moving on to the semifinals, Cam Spinner and the fan-beloved Lightning McQueen. Like, subscribe, check out the rest of the series on the channel, and we'll see you next time.